Most gardeners think they're making money, and most of them are wrong. Today I'm walking you through the exact math I do every season to figure out my garden's real profit number. And I'm going to tell you why getting this wrong is the number one reason most garden side hustles burn out before they ever really get started. This is day one of a 7-day deep dive on money math. So play yourself in that chair. We're going to spend this whole week getting your numbers right. And by Sunday, you are going to know exactly whether your garden is making you money or costing you money. I'm Michelle from Growing the Good Life. I run a 3/4 acre market garden in Western North Carolina, and I've been selling seedlings, produce, flowers since 2021. So this isn't theory that I read in a book somewhere. This is the actual math and the processes that I use to keep my farm running and profitable. And before we get into it, if you want to be able to sell seedlings when literally everybody else has run out, I've got something for you. It's called the Seedling Sales Succession Guide. And it's how I keep money coming in well past after the spring rush is over. The link's down below this video. Okay, let's go. Here is the only definition of profit that you need. Write this down if you have a pen and paper handy. Revenue minus your real costs equal your real profit. Now that sounds simple, right? Here's where almost everybody trips up. They count revenue and they sort of count costs. I mean, they count the seed cost for sure. They count soil, they probably count pots, but they leave out about 60% of the other costs that actually went into growing those plants. And they wonder why it doesn't reflect what they wrote down on paper when they planned all of this. So let me walk you through what actually counts as a cost. Number one, the obvious one that we've talked about, those are your direct inputs. Your seeds, soil, pots, fertilizers, labels, tags, anything that physically touched your seedling. That's what most folks count, and we've got that. Great, easy done. But here's what they can leave out. Number two is infrastructure. If you started seedlings under grow lights, those lights cost money to run. If you used a heat mat, that cost money. If you ran a greenhouse heater for 6 weeks to keep your babies from freezing, and trust me, I have run a heater in the greenhouse for 6 weeks. So I know that does cost additional for your power bill. That's a real cost. And it should be allocated to the seedlings that you grew. Number three is your time. Now I know some of you are about to say, well, Michelle, I'd be in the greenhouse anyway. I love it. I'm not going to charge myself for my time. And listen, I get that. I love being in my greenhouse too. I love being in the garden. I'll do that all day, and a lot of times I actually do that all day. But here's the problem. If you don't put a number on your time, you cannot make good business decisions. You don't have to charge yourself $50 an hour, but you've got to put a number in there. Even if it's 10, even if it's 8, just so that you can see it and you can use it, manipulate it, change it, and see how it affects your revenue and your profit. Number four, and we're going to spend a whole video on this tomorrow. There are some sneaky little costs almost everybody forgets. The gas you spend driving to the hardware store for just one more bag of soil, the packaging, the square reader fees if you take credit cards, the credit card processing, the tarp you had to replace, the water bill, all of it adds up. Okay, let's run a real example. So let's say that I grew 100 tomato seedlings this spring and I sold them for $4 each. That's $400 in revenue. Sounds great, right? Now, let's look at my real costs. Seeds. 3 packs of heirloom tomato seeds at $3 a pack. That's $9. Soil. 1.5 bags of seed starting mix and then potting mix when I potted them up. Let's say I'm $35 all in. Pots. Those 3-inch nursery pots add up. Even buying them used can add up. We'll allocate $20 for those. Now here's the stuff that people forget. Electricity for the grow lights and heat mats for over 6 weeks. $25 on the power bill. Time. Let's call it 12 hours total. Seeding, potting up, watering, hardening off, selling. At even $10 an hour, that's $120. Sneaky costs. You've got tags, bags, Sharpies, that folding table you had to buy to make sure that you had a big enough display. Conservatively, we'll say $15, but it's probably way more than that. Your total real costs could be $224. So that leaves you with a real profit of $176. Now let's hear me out. $176 of profit on 100 tomato seedlings is still good money. That's real money. I'll take that any day of the week, right? But here's the trap. If I had only counted seeds, soil, and pots, my costs would have looked more like $64. And my profit would have looked well into the 300s. And I would have made completely different decisions next year. I would have looked at that over $300 in profit and thought, I should do this. I should triple it. I should grow 300 tomato seedlings next year. And I would have worked myself into the ground chasing a profit that doesn't actually exist. That's the trap. That's what kills garden side hustles. People work harder and harder chasing a fake profit until they burn out, quit, and then tell everybody they know that you can't make money growing plants. You can make money growing plants. I'm sitting here telling you you absolutely can, but only if you know your real number. You'll notice in that example I just walked through, I mentioned some sneaky costs. These are ones that almost everybody skips or has a feeling that they're there, but just doesn't know they don't know how to capture them. There are 3 big ones that I want to dig into in great detail, and that's exactly what tomorrow's video is going to be about. Day 2 is going to be a short, focused look at the 3 costs you are probably missing right now. So tuck that away for tomorrow. Here's what I want you to do before tomorrow. Take 10 minutes today. Pull out a piece of paper or a note on your phone. Write down everything you spent money on the last time you grew seedlings. Don't worry about the totals yet. Just write down the categories. Because tomorrow I'm going to add 3 more to your list, and I want you to see how the picture changes when you account for all of them. Now that you've got the framework for real profit, tomorrow I'm hitting the 3 costs almost every garden seller forgets to count, and skipping even one of them can turn a profitable crop into a money loser. Underestimating costs is how people burn out on garden side hustles. They work themselves to death thinking they're making money, and the bank account never lines up. We are not letting that happen to you. Make sure you're subscribed and that the notification bell is on. Day 2 is going to be quick. Day 2 is going to be quick, but it's going to save you from a mistake I see people make all the time. And while you're down there, click the link for the Succession Seedlings Sale Guide. Because once you get this money math right, the next move is making more money by selling later in the season when nobody else is. That's what's inside that guide. And as always, I know you could have been anywhere today, but you chose to be with me, and I really appreciate it. Bye for now.